Hello everyone. Today I want to share my views on English grammar. In English grammar, I want to share my views on grammar glossary, which is the part 3 of the grammar glossary. First two parts I have discussed in the earlier videos here. So starting with the topic of grammar glossary, which is to up to N to W part 3. Okay. So here is a term, definition and examples also. First of all, noun. What is noun? What do you mean by noun? A noun is a word used to name person, place, thing or idea. It means it is the name of a person, place, thing or idea. For example, woman, car, house or beauty. Okay, number. A term used to distinguish between singular, which refers to one of something, and plural, which refers to more than one of something. It means singular, plural. For example, boy, boys, girl, girls, chair, chairs. Okay, and numerical adjective, a word which gives estimated number rather than specific ones. Okay, what is numerical adjective? A word which gives estimated numbers, Okay, for example, many, few. Okay, now grammar glossary of O. Ordinal number. What is ordinal number? What do you mean by ordinal number? A number used to place people or things in a serial order. Cardinal number. A number used to place people or things in a serial order. Cardinal number. The example of ordinal number is 5th or 9th. Okay. Now, grammar glossary of P. What is participle? An adjective derived from a verb. An adjective derived from a verb. For example, the closed window, a lit candle. Okay, these are the participles. Now participle, a minor part of speech such as an article or demonstrative adjectives. It means that adjective derived from a verb. Participle. Okay, it's a minor part of speech. For example, article and demonstrative adjectives are called participle. A, this are the example of participle. Now, passive voice. What is passive voice? What do you mean by passive voice? A form of the verb used when the subject of this sentence is acted upon instead of doing the action. It means subject is changed into the object in the passive voice. Okay, and the report was read by Mr. Jones. It means that it is only subject and object. Okay, it's a passive voice. Subject is changed into object in passive voice, and it is the for example, the report was read by Mr. Jones. It's the example of passive voice. Okay. Now, past. What is past? A verb tense which refers to events that take place before the present with reference to writer or speaker. It means that event that has to be happened. जो काम हो चुका है. Okay. For example, जो काम हो चुका था in our past. Okay. I saw that movie yesterday. मैंने वो movie देखी. ठीक है. It was snowing. I had already set the table when you called. Okay, I repeated the definition of past, a verb tense which refers to events that take place before the present with reference to the writer or speaker. Okay, now past participle, a form of the verb used either as an adjective or to form compound tenses. It's are the past participle. I repeated, a form of the verb used either as an adjective or to form compound tenses. It's called past participle. For example, he has said it. The door is closed. It's the example of past participle. Okay, now past perfect. A verb tense which denotes a time before a reference point in the past with reference to the writer or speaker. It means that a verb tense which denotes a time with a reference to the past with reference to the writer or speaker. For example, I had already set the table when you called. I had already set the table when you called. It's the past perfect. Okay, now Person. What is person? Reference to the person speaking, the person being spoken to, or the person being spoken out. It means that first person, persons are of three types: first person, second person, third person. Okay. Reference to the person speaking, the person being spoken to, or the person being spoken out. First person, I/we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it. Three types of person I said. First person is I/we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it, they. Okay. Now, personal sphere adverb. An adverb which describes spatial relationship or spatial. It means that personal sphere adjective is an adverb which describes spatial relationship. Okay, for example, right, left, above, below. Okay, and phrase, a cluster of words without a conjugated verb. A cluster of words without a conjugated verb. For example, I went to the store. Okay, it means that group of words without a conjugated verb. There is no verb, it's only a phrase verb. Okay, only the phrase verbs are to be used in the sentence. Plural, refer to more than one of something, like boy, boys. Boys are the plural of the boy. Okay, like that. Number 63. Polite conditional. Polite conditional. The use of the conditional to make a request. It means it's a condition, polite conditional. It's a condition to make a request. To make a request. Okay. For example, could you speak more slowly? It's an example of polite conditional. To make a request to anyone. Could you speak more slowly? Okay. Possessive adjective. An adjective which indicates to whom or what something or someone pertains or belongs. I repeated, an adjective which indicates to whom or what something or someone pertains or belongs. For example, my book, his book. Possessive adjective means an adjective which indicates to whom or what something or someone pertains or belongs. My book or his book. My book is possessive adjective. His book is possessive adjective. Okay. Now, possessive pronoun. A pronoun which indicates to which, whom or what something or someone pertains or belongs. Okay. That book is mine. It's a possessive pronoun. That book is mine. Okay. Now, predicate. The part of the sentence which tells you about the subject. Okay. Which tells about the subject. It generally consists of verb, objects and anything which modifies the verb. Okay. He washed his clothes yesterday. He washed his clothes yesterday. Okay. Now, number 67. Prefix. A particle added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. Prefix is a particle added to the beginning of the word. It means the word which is used in the beginning of the word to change its meaning. Which change the meaning of the word. Okay. It means uneducated. Uneducated. Un is the prefix here. Un is the prefix here. Uneducated. Okay, like that. Preposition. A word or words which express location, time or direction. Which express words, location, time or direction is called preposition. In, for, through. A word or words which express location, time or direction. For example, in, for, through. Okay, these are the prepositions. Now, present. A verb tense used for activities which occur at the present time in the near future or which are habitual with reference to the speaker or writer. Present. It means that work is done in our time, that we have done in the present time. Okay. In the near future or which are habitual with reference to the speaker or writer. Okay. a verb tense used for activities which occur at the present time, in the near future, or which are habitual with reference to the speaker or writer. For example, I eat vegetable every day. I eat vegetable every day, like that. Now, preterite, a verb tense used to express completed action in the past. Okay, which a verb tense used to express the action of the past is called preterite. It is most commonly used in the writing. It is sum as the simple past tense. It is look like as a simple past tense. Okay, I went to the movie yesterday. It's a simple past tense. In simple past tense, we have used second form. I went to the movies yesterday. Okay, now pronoun, a word which replaces a noun or a noun phrase in naming a person or a thing. It means a word which replaces a noun or noun phrase in naming of a person or thing. Like John is sick. He is sick. John is replaced into he. So a noun is changed into pronoun. A person or thing. John is converted into he. He is sick. Okay. A word which replaces a noun or noun phrase in naming a person or a thing. Okay. Now, grammar glossary of Q. Question. An interrogative sentence or clause which is normally used to gain information. It means that a question, an interrogative sentence. Where is the bathroom? What are you doing? Why are you going? These are the questions, like that. Okay. Now, question word. What is question word? A word used to ask a question. How do you do? What are you doing? What is the how and who and what? These are the question words. Okay. Like that, who or what. Now, grammar glossary of R. Reflective pronoun. An object pronoun which refers to the subject. Okay, an object pronoun which refers to the subject. It means that it is related to the subject. He saves himself. She looks at herself in the mirror. It's are the reflective pronouns. Himself, herself, myself are the reflective pronouns. Okay, now next. Regular verb. A verb which follows standard rules for verb conjugation. Okay. A verb with non-standard conjugation pattern. For example, talk. I talk. He, she, it talk. You talk. We talk. They talk. These are the regular verbs. To be, you are, we are, they are, I am, he, she, it, you are. These are the regular verbs. Okay. Write. Drink. These are the regular verbs. Okay, now relative pronoun, a person which relates or links a subordinate clause to a main clause. A pronoun which relates or links a subordinate clause to a main clause. I met the woman who wrote this novel. I met the woman who wrote this novel. This is the example of relative pronoun. Now, the grammar glossary of S. Sentence structure. The sequence of words in a sentence, any sentence. The sequence of subject is in the subject place, object is in the object place, verb is in the verb place. It is the sentence structure. The sequence of the words in a sentence. Okay, like that. Now, simple past tense. A verb tense used to express completed action in the past. It means that what happened in the past, in our past. It is most commonly used in writing. The simple past is the same as the preterite. I have explained it earlier. I went to a movies yesterday. Okay, like that. Singular, refer to of something, like boy. Boy is the singular form. When it is changed into plural form, then boy, boys. Boys are the plural form, boy is the singular form. Okay, one thing is called singular, many thing is called plural. Okay, now social register. the language that is appropriate to a particular subject, person and occasion. Okay, social register is the language that is appropriate to a particular subject, person and occasion. These are social register. Now stem, the basic form of a verb or a noun. After all prefixes, suffixes and ending are removed. Okay, the basic form of a verb. The basic form of a verb. Stem is the basic form of a verb or a noun. After all prefixes, suffixes and ending are removed. For example, walk, eat. For example, walk, eat are the stem. Now subject, a word or group of words within a sentence that performs the action denotes by the verb. These are the subject. For example, the dog bit the male man. The dog is there is the subject. The dog bit the male man. Okay, like that. Number 83. Subject pronoun. A pronoun which functions as the subject of the sentence. Subject pronoun is a pronoun which functions as the subject of the sentence. Subject pronoun. She bought a new car. She bought a new car. Subject pronoun. A pronoun which functions as the subject of the sentence. She bought a new car. Okay. Now subjective mood. A mood which expresses uncertainty, possibility, hypothesis, condition, hope or wish. It is called subjective mood, which express the uncertainty, anishinta, possibility, sambhavta, hypothesis, a condition, sthiti, hope, wish. These are called subjunctive mood. For example, if I were you, I wouldn't go, like that. Subordinate clause. A clause that depend on the main clause to be complete. A clause that depend on a main clause to be complete. I ate a sandwich because I was hungry. I ate a sandwich because I was hungry. It's the subordinate clause. Now subordinating conjunction. A word used to link clause, one of which depend for its full meaning on the main clause. A word used to link clause, one of the which depend for its full meaning on the main clause. Subordinate conjunctions are that, if, unless, because. Okay, a conjunction that links independent clause or sentence are called coordinating conjunction. I cooked and my sister washed the dishes. I cooked and my sister washed the dishes. Okay, now suffix. A participle added to the end of a word to change its meaning. It means that a participle which are used in the end of a word, like hurtless, useless, are the suffix. Superlative. The highest degree of some quality. The superlative implies a comparison of more than two items or group of items. He thinks New York is the best city in the world. Best is the superlative degree. Okay, superlative implies a comparison of more than two items. Where is the comparison of two items or group of items? There we have to be agreed for the superlative degree. Okay, he thinks New York is the best city in the world. Okay, like that. Now tense, a form of verb which expresses different times as perceived by the speaker, like present, past and future. Okay, like that. I want to share that if you like my video, then please subscribe my channel and also share my video. Okay, now the next is verb. A word that typically expresses action, state or a relation between two things and that may be conjugated for a person, tense and mood. The main element of the predicate. A word that typically expresses action, state or a relation between two things and that may be conjugated for person, tense and mood. The main element of the predicate. I love my children. Love is the verb. My brother works with computer. Works is the verb, which shows the relation between the two things, which shows the action between the two things, which states the relation between the two things. Okay, so these are the verbs. And also word order, the sequence of the word in a sentence. It means it looks like a sentence structure, that where is the subject is in their order, where is the verb is in their order, where is the object in their order. These are called word order. Now I have some note here. What is semiotics? Semiotics, it is the study of meaning, reference, of truth. It is the study of meanings, reference, or truth. The term, it can be used to refer to subfield of several distinct disciplines including philosophy, linguistics, and computer science. In short, it is the study of meaning, reference, or truth. Okay, it's the semiotic. Okay, now two main areas: logical semiotic, which concern with the matter such as sense and reference and preposition and implication. It means that which is concerned with the matter, which make the sense, which make the reference, which make the presupposition. Now semiotics are of two types. Number one is logical semiotic, and number two is lexical semiotics. Semiotics are the study of meaning, reference, or truth. First of all, it's are of two types: logical semiotic and lexical semiotic. Logical semiotics are which concern with the sense, reference, or preposition and implication. Lexical semiotics are concerned with the analysis of word meaning and relation between them. It means that we analyze the word meaning, okay, like that, and give relation between them, are called lexical semiotic. Okay, now syntax. What is syntax? The arrangement of words or phrases to create well formed sentence in a language. It means that the arrangement of words and phrases to create a very wonderful or very well meaning sentence. Arrangement of words and phrases which create a well formed sentence in a language is called syntax. So it is all about the grammar glossary. And also if you like my video, then share my video and also subscribe my channel. Thanks.